These are the Lego Building Bricks and Figures Silly Candy Molds and Ice Cube Trays. You get 3 of these and you can see that they're like Lego minifigures and Lego bricks. And it's kind of fun if you have kids like mine who absolutely love Legos. Now these are made out of silicone, and so they're nice and flexible, and they're much easier to work with than some of the old hard candy molds I've had. So I just use the vanilla flavored colored candy that you can buy, and I melted it and just started filling the trays. And it really is easy. I just melt a little bit at a time until I get it really good and creamy, and then I just start filling each of the trays up. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to use chocolate though. You could use wax and make candles. You could use water and make ice cubes. You could make jello molds. There's lots of different things that you can do. But once you get the chocolate in, and I fill it pretty much to the top, once you get it in, what I do is tap it on the counter, and that helps work out a lot of the air bubbles that are in it. And you want to do that especially when you've got a mold like that is really detailed. You want to make sure that you get your chocolate down into all of the little holes and all of the little cracks so that you end up with all of that detail. Now, one thing I don't worry too much about is making a little bit of a mess. And the instructions that come with these say that once you get it done, you can scrape off the excess. But honestly, I don't worry too much about it because it's really easy once they're hardened to just break it off. Or a lot of times with these, I found that if it's on the edge, it just kind of stays on the edge. These are fun though. You can mix the colors. I mix the colors like you see here so that the brick ends up being red on the top and blue on the bottom. Or you could take a toothpick and you could swirl the chocolate around so that you get kind of a tie-dyed effect in it, or just totally put different colors. So it's really a lot of fun, and there's so much that you can do with this. And my plan is to use these this coming weekend for a birthday party with a Lego thing. So now that I have the molds completely full of chocolate, and you can see here, this is one that I kind of swirled, so we'll see what it looks like. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to stick them in the fridge until they get really good and hard. And I think sticking them in the fridge kind of speeds up the process, and when they come out, they're really nice and cold and hard, and they come out really easily. So now that they're out and they're good and hard, I want to show you how easy it is to get them out. And what I do basically is treat them almost like an ice cube tray where I push them out from the back. And so I just kind of wiggle them. Now with molds like this that have a lot of detail, I try to be careful. I want to make sure I don't break off the minifigure's feet or their hands, and so I try to be careful and make sure that I've got it good and loose, but they don't stick. And so you can see he's coming out now, and he looks great. He's got lots of detail on him, and I can break off that little bit of excess chocolate, and he looks great. And so all of them came out that easily. So this little tie-dyed one I did, at first I just put the colors in, and I really only swirled the back, and so he ended up being just kind of multicolored on the front, but look at all the detail on him. Multicolored on the front and tie-dyed on the back. So he's very cool. My kids think he's the coolest one. I was really impressed with how much these don't even look like candy anymore. They really look a lot like plastic bricks. And that was kind of amazing because you can see that they're almost just perfect. Now there were some that I didn't get all the air bubbles out, and so it might have been missing a little bit on some of the brick, but that's okay. My kids won't care, and I don't think the kids at the birthday party are going to care one bit. So I am extremely pleased with how these came out and how these all look, how easy they are to get out of the molds, and how much fun they're going to be at a birthday party with a Lego theme. And so these are the silly ice cube trays and candy molds, and if your kids love Legos like mine, they would absolutely love these.